In our series, Jamie Johnson, we experience the highs and lows of football and the drama that comes with it.
That's surely a foul!
Feed it! Feed it!
We've been to meet young players who are following their football dreams. This is the real Jamie Johnson.
I'm Jermaine and I play Wazza. I'm in Newcastle to meet an exceptional talent who has been spotted by the FA as one of the most promising young players of blind football in the country.
Well, I started playing football, I believe it was about March of 2012, and Mum came up to me and said, do you want to start playing football? And I was very sceptical at first because, you know, I'd never done anything like this. To be honest, I'd never really played that much sport. But I gave it the go-ahead because I thought, might as well try it. And I get in there and it's very hard because, as Mum pointed out, I'm the most blind of the entire group and I have no idea if this is ever going to work.
Mikey has been blind since birth, and his mum, Joanne, has made sure he didn't miss out on active life.
If you mollycoddle him, he'll never learn, and I've never mollycoddled him. I've been quite the opposite, actually. I've been a bit of a tough mother love, but it works. I would tell him to go left or right as soon as he understood those concepts. I could take him into the local cricket field, tell him to run at full speed, and tell him when I shout stop, you stop on the spot. I didn't want him to be completely housebound and inactive. And I want him to have the experience of sport if I could, basically, and he loved it, loved the freedom.
So it's no surprise that his mum took the chance to go to football.
Mikey came to us as a 9-year-old boy when we just started up the Blind and Vision Impaired Football Centre. We had FA training on blind football, but never had any practical experience, so it was a bit of a shock at the time.
But it's his first coach, Reggie, that Mikey thanks for his quick development on the pitch.
Reggie Donan has helped us immensely. Originally, when I came, Ma had a word with him and said, look, this is not going to be easy. I'm not expecting much to happen here. And Reggie went, that is not happening. And that is the same attitude I hold. They say, you can't do this. I immediately go, you're wrong. We're going to make it happen.
I can even remember his mother, Joanne, saying, look, if it doesn't work out, we can go elsewhere. And we said, no, we're going to make this work.
If he hadn't have done that, there is no way I would have gotten as far with everything really, but especially with my football. Using that mentality has helped me to overcome a lot of things. We never give up.
Wow, it sounds like Mikey is a really determined player. But how is blind football different to the mainstream game?
Well, first of all, it's the ball. As you can hear, it's full of ball bearings. It's got an aluminium case inside because blind people cannot see the ball, but they can hear the movement. So that's the major difference. It's got angled boards all around the pitch. So there's no throw-ins, the ball never goes out of play, normal futsal goals, and you do have a sighted goalkeeper.
One thing that sighted footballers don't have to worry about is getting used to each new pitch they play on, but Mikey does.
We have to orientate Mikey to the environment. So we'll work the width and the length of the pitch with him to make sure he's happy with it. And stop.
28.
28, so we're bang on middle. He will actually count out, or he'll actually judge the echo, believe it or not, as he gets closer to the wall, and that's quite unique too.
It took quite a while, I believe, for my potential to be realised. Very steep learning curve for somebody who doesn't even know the rules of football when he goes into this. You know, I never watched it. I barely knew what anything was, and it's really helped me. His mentality has driven my football career.
I've been really impressed by his determination to do well. Mikey's a clever boy, he will do well in education, and we thought maybe football might take a back seat, but in fact, as he's got older, he's more determined that he wants to play for England blind team.
And it sounds as though there's a real chance that could happen.
All I can say at this stage is Mikey has the potential to play for England, and that's not just coming from us, but that's also come from the FA. He has been identified as one of 5 boys in the country who will get additional training going forward.
Wow, that's amazing. But at the moment, he's only ever played with coaches because the game is for 16 plus.
Mikey becomes 16 in September. We train Mikey 2 coaches to 1 player, so he's never actually played a game. It's going to be a major learning curve for him.
But it's the end of the football season, so Mikey has got to wait until training starts again, when he'll find out if he's off to join a blind football team in Liverpool. But just because football isn't on, this doesn't mean he isn't keeping fit.
What's he doing?
It's not coming home.
Yeah, sprint hurdles.
He's also doing amazingly at athletics, and is on the Paralympic pathway for the 100 and 200 metres.
Mikey is very different as a person. He's brilliantly energetic. He's incredibly intelligent to the point that I don't know what he's talking about most of the time. I've never coached anyone like him, and he's amazingly fun to coach. Go! This year, he's going to compete in some national competitions because he is good enough. He's running times that adults with the same disability don't get even near. But we're hoping within the next couple of years, it'll be international. 2024, the Olympics, is definitely a target.
That kind of pace is going to be an asset to any side. It's the end of the summer. He's about to turn 16, and Mikey has had some brilliant news. He's been invited to join the Liverpool side, so he's looking forward to his first ever team game.
So he's going to join a team in Merseyside, and he's going to play in the National League, which is a major step up for him. To get into a team and actually score real goals in a competitive game is going to be really, really good.
Now that I'm going to be going down to Liverpool, I'm going to meet more people. The social aspect is amazingly helpful. It helps with communication skills. See you later, miss. It helps with just getting stuff off your chest and laughing, and I hope that when I go down to Liverpool, my horizons will be widened to other people.
I've headed to Newcastle to meet him and join his first training session of the season. I'm currently on the train, 2 hours down, 2 more to go. And I also want to find out how he's feeling about Liverpool. Are you looking forward to playing your first football match? Are you nervous? Are you excited? And how do you think that's going to go?
I cannot wait, absolutely cannot wait to see even just other people's perspectives and how they manage to get through it and what they do to improve their technique, and we can all pool together and share ideas and get better at it all together.
So, what difference does it make being a part of a team? Football journalist Amy Lawrence knows how important being part of a team can be.
People always say you have to win together and lose together. And they're not easy things to do, but you can learn that in a team environment, and the benefit of being part of a team where everyone throws their best qualities together to try and make something even better. It's a great thing that you can carry with you into the rest of your life.
So we're going to go and play together and have a training session. What can I expect?
It will be hard to start with, but I think it'll be a very good learning experience. I think it'll be very fun.
Are there any tips you can give me?
You have to pay attention to your surroundings a lot. You have to listen. You have to take very, very subtle cues from your environment.
I can't play football with a dog.
Keep your ears open, particularly. Keep your sense of touch open. Listen to the sounds around you. But other than that, it's not as hard to pick up as I think a lot of people would think.
Stand up there and just watch what we do. Just follow, okay?
What makes you want to play football? What's your favourite thing about it?
The community aspect, just meeting other blind people with the same interests. I'm also very into speed, and I like running around and the adrenaline rush, particularly when I score goals. I absolutely love it.
And I heard that out of a handful of people, the FA have identified you as a future British Paralympian. How does that make you feel?
It's a massive privilege to be selected, and it's rather remarkable, and I don't really know what I've done to deserve it. It's just something that's grown and grown and grown and just hasn't stopped growing like you'd expect it to.
Time to put on a blindfold so I can experience blind football training for myself.
Right, different, isn't it? Try and locate it. Go backwards. That's it, find it now. Go on, find it. Go on.
From the minute he stepped on the pitch, I could see what Mikey was talking about. It really takes concentration. And I'm not sure I'm all that good. Mikey, on the other hand, is bossing it.
From the outset, I viewed life as a challenge because in the modern world where everything is visual, it is a challenge, but if you view it in that way, you will never fail because it might take you a while. You know, even in school, it takes me longer to do almost anything, but it doesn't matter. You just have to go out there and give it the old try.
Mikey clearly has a great outlook on life. And there is one more question I wanted to ask. Is there any other advice you think that you could give to people who may have a certain condition or they think that it could be holding them back from doing a certain thing?
All I can say is get stuck in. Go talk to other people with the same problems. Go out there, look at other people and get inspired by them. Do the same thing as them and then do it better.
It's been an amazing day. Mikey is really inspirational. I hope he has a bright and possibly international footballing future ahead of him.